Hey everyone, this is Antoine. Yeah, Purple Firecall. So I've had a like discussions, having back talking about, yo Antoine, you dance like a girl, you talk like a girl, you hit like a girl, you walk like a girl. Like, thank you. Um, your point, you choreograph very girly. I think. I can help that. That if I move that way, okay. What's wrong with that anyway? Yeah, you know, it's what's wrong with that anyway? That can't see me now. I think it's really interesting that uh, I think probably because I had a lot of choreographers themselves for women done changed my high school dancer to a woman. I worked with Kim Epafeo, Evelyn Thomas. I have big women leaders who were dancers, who were wonderful choreographers. Um, but I had some really interesting people like Savage Chad and Company. You know, but most of them was like all women. When I joined them, maybe have two guys, all women. Uh, but choreographer like Kika, Laj, I love her work. You will hear me talk about Catherine Dunham, you know. Uh, love her work. Love her work. You will hear me talking about Martha Graham. You know, many people think I only talk about Alvin Haley. You know, but I have that's just the the choreographer choreography that I have in myself. I think it's really about themselves. Um, 1 second. Yeah. Um, that's I think different people have like different movement. When I grew up in high school, I was always moving my hands like this. Hey, I got that from my mother. Okay. Yeah, I accept that. If you can, that's just how my body moves. That's just how my personality moves. You know, when I growing up, they was trying to use the F word on me. And when I started dancing, people was like, calling me, "Oh, you F," that. And I didn't really understand what that meant. But I just felt like people were being negative about it. They were just like, "Oh, just another gay boy gonna be dancing," whatever like that. What was the point? Uh, I look ugly in their eye. Is that what their point? I'm being discriminated? Or am I dancing in a way they really can't understand? Or am I moving in a way they can't understand? Or I'm speaking in a way they can't understand? or they want me to be like them. I'm not. I'm not like them. I'm like me. You know. That's me. I think the discrimination toward that people who can't get past themselves, that's their business. But try to make it like an evil thing, that's their business. My identity is not evil. My personality is not evil. So you talk about dance like a girl. What's wrong with that? Move like a girl. What's wrong with that? Sound like a girl. I don't even know. I'm completely deaf, so I don't know what that sounds like. You know, so it's strange sometimes. You know, I can hear that. But as a choreographer, I work with very strong dancers who are very strong. Um, I work with their ability for the voice. It really depends. You know, it's really interesting. Many of my dancers, we have a conversation about what's happening in the world. Sometimes when we talk about deaf world, there's not a lot of understanding for hearing people when they come to dance. You know, oh yeah, I think sometimes it's really about themselves. It's not really about me. I think they have something inside. Oh, what? But I want to introduce something. I've been taught by amazing women in dance world, and you may not hear me talk about them very often, but they're with me 24/7. You know, I get up in the morning, and those are my role models. They are really amazing people. Uh, yeah, taught me a lot. Um, so I hope to pass on what they taught me. I hope to share what taught me. But again, where I go, me being two spirit, that's me. I think it's okay for people not to like my choreography, but try to put a label on who I am for the choreography. I mean, let me speak for myself for who I am. You can ask me who I am, but sometimes I notice most of the time people who are more open, well, in my the space that I am, more people of color are more open. Sometimes I find myself in a space where people are not of color, that were white, they're learning about race, they're being learning about being uncomfortable to do some movement and respect the movement like some African dance or Asian dance. How we respect the movement, you know, and how we move towards the floor. But it's pretty interesting because some movement with Catherine Dunham, you really have to find your chord in there. And there's so much expression in the work and with the work. It's like It's quite strange when you're a person of color that there's so many discrimination of we who move as them be when we stand up. I mean, I remember they was telling me, "Oh, you have too much muscle." I'm rehearsing and dancing every day, all day. What am I supposed to do with my muscle? It it's doing the thing. I'm, as long as I'm healthy, I thought that's important. You know, uh, if you're new, you're learning to communicate in another language. Be open to learning how to communicate in another language because you're interested to be involved. If you're not interested to be involved, then understand yourself why you're not interested in being involved deeper. You again, that's about your growth. But hopefully, sometimes I say you don't have to like it, you don't have to know why you don't have to like, but you don't have to like. There's so many different type of individual, and different elements in the world: fire, water, earth, wind, air. And sometimes people move like oil with that. you know, it's okay. So, today I had a beautiful day. I was teaching. Everyone was smiling. You could feel all the smiles through the man. Everybody's like, yay. Everyone had their own goal. It's a very big blessing to see people achieve what they're trying to achieve. Um, I'm grateful to be a part of that process, but I will hope that people understand whatever people give to me, I'm trying to give it to them. And if you see a lot of feminine energy, which is strong, can be gentle, can be rough, but I own that because it's my identity. Well, but if you're trying to say me dancing like a girl is a bad thing, it's not. Dancing like a girl, it's not a bad thing. Run like a girl, it's not a bad thing. Push up like a girl, it's not a bad thing. Anything like a girl, it's not a bad thing. No. So because because uh, I remember growing up, I was watching Williams, and people were talking about, sometimes she looked like a man. You know, people were talking about Selena Williams from tennis. Too much muscle for a man. I'm like, can muscle be on all human? If you don't like the way another person look from naturally, I just really hope that you don't try to change other people. Let them be who they are. If they buy love, let them be love. Let them love themselves and love each other. If you don't like the movement, that's okay. Take a deep breath. You know, give yourself more opportunity to find out what more might come. You know, yeah, find out what more might come. Thank you all. I just find it fascinating how people are trying to label everything. Oh, they're trying to make something that is beautiful and make it a thing. Yeah, I find that weird. Strange for like male. You need to be moving like male. No, whenever woman, you need to move like woman. I'm like, why does it have to be that way? If you feel you move a certain way, I watched the show. It was a show where all uh, men, non-Italians, film day, were all on point. It was beautiful. They were all in it in dress. It was beautiful. Why they need to be in a suit? Why just the rules? You can't be in a dress. I like wearing dress. There's nothing wrong with that. Mm. I like getting my nails done. What's wrong with that? I love tutu. What's wrong with that? So all I'm saying is, all I'm saying is, try to love each other a little bit better. Yeah. Try to respect each other in a different level. Try to have a communication with other people. If you want to understand their identity, try to have a communication with them if you want to understand their identity. Yeah. And also, just remember when you want to learn about someone, about them, just remember be patient because maybe they may be still learning about themselves or they don't have time to explain themselves or they may not have the patience to explain themselves. So it's like just be patient too, you know, to open to learning people. When they're ready, then they're ready. You know, I've been experiencing some people have anti try to pull things out of other people, and that sometimes it's not their place to try to pull things from other people. You know, were you born here or you born there? If they don't feel like telling you where they were born, that's that's them. Uh, I remember having friends. they moved to America, and almost like every day people ask where they're from. They were done with that, you know, done. Why? I have to say that every day, you know. So we have to respect people's patience, even though we might not know why they're not patient or they're frustrated. So the, maybe later we find out, like, oh, okay. So, well, let me go back to the point, back in the beginning. Dance like a girl, hit like a girl, move like a girl, talk like a girl, look like a girl. Thank you. Yeah, yeah, thank you. Uh, my mother, she's an amazing person. I get a lot from my blood, my mother. And I grew up in a house where it was like all ladies. That many of my role models, all women, I look up to. Bodybuilding, Chica Blanche, Martha Graham, Catherine Dunham, just a few. Kathleen Williams, just a few. Wonderful, amazing people. So it's part of my life, my journey. Many have saved my life. I don't have to really explain myself, but just thought maybe I'll share and that maybe other people experience the same thing. And I'm like, just want them to know it's okay. Let them talk like that, but hopefully they don't come into your space, try to change you. Don't change. Be you. Love yourself. Love each other. I love you, no harm, you know. And maybe have an open conversation, communication to understand person identity, personality. So, um, yeah, I think that's important. I hope you agree. Be safe out there. And until next time, peace, love, I'm out.